All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the DreamHack Opens. I'm Monster D-Face with Fallout here, and we're bringing all that EU action. You guys just watched the 5th game of coverage unfold, and we're pretty much at the tail end of the competition right now. Qualifiers are being closed, so no one will be able to queue up in just 7 minutes. These will be the last games that are unfolding. What we're casting and bringing here will be the final game of the DreamHack Opens for the EU, today at least, right? We got more competition tomorrow, Fallout.
That's exactly right. Any event that has DreamHack in the title, you already know is going to be lit. But let me tell you, today has not disappointed. Every game has come down to a crazy finish. We've had such fun gameplay. Nothing in the world is like competitive Fortnite. It's been an amazing event so far, and I cannot believe we are in our last game, the last opportunity for these players to make it into the top 100. It's all going to come down to this. I am so incredibly excited.
Here's something that we don't see very often. This is a weird bus just cutting across the northern portion of the map. So everyone who's down in those southern areas, the Rickety Rig, Fortilla, Misty, possibly even Caddies, are going to get that late touchdown into the zone. That plays its part if the zone doesn't favor you, because you lose out on precious time to get your farm on. Players we're looking at first, though, Flick, who is down below, and Snipes is up top. I just want to talk about this really quickly, though, before we jump into that, was that the spot that Flick is landing at, the cliffs up above, the misty cliffs, they're coming back into the game. So good to see craggy cliffs coming back now. As you said, the water revealing itself. So these are people that are just flexing new drop spots, basically, on the day of the competition.
Yeah, that is a good call. I like that ability to recover, respond, play differently depending on the situation. Speaking of playing incredibly well, it's going to be Sniped. He's going to put some dance moves on to make sure his opponents know it, make sure the stream knows it as well. Strong start for SG Sniped. One other thing I noticed in the drop is the south part of the map, because of our 3 mythic zones, are so incredibly populated compared to the north side of the map, which allows for different play styles. Flick right now, though, is going to connect for an elim. Huge plays from Flick, carrying right where he left off. KS1 Light in this game as well. We got some dance moves to start off our last game.
Man, Light put on quite the performance in that previous lobby of game 4. Definitely one of the highlights of the day for me. Flick, though, who had a good previous game as well, but let's talk about how Hardfind was taken out by Snipes. That's so unfortunate here that on the final coverage that we're kind of hitting up right now. This is the spot that I mentioned, a little bit of a flex location, a flex drop for players now. Before, this was all drowned in water, so a lot of the loot that you can find now that the place has been kind of aired out is available again. So come a much more dominant spot once again. Let's see how Flick's going to play it here. He's trying to take his time. He was shot, so there's several factors, several enemies. Oh, whoever it is, this Tasty Taco wants a piece of Flick right now.
Exactly right.
Oh my God.
1-versus-1 fight. Flick gonna hit him with the flick. But the SMG against him. We haven't seen a lot of SMG action, so SMG is not necessarily as strong as some of the charged shotgun and tac shotgun gameplay we've seen, but it is going to be Flick connecting for another one over Tasty Taco. That's going to be 2 elims for Flick. A strong start for him as he's looking to absolutely secure that top 100 finish, but there's one more player. It's Ram Didas against him.
He did that so beautifully there. Took the wall, took the cone, and before that player can even react, the taco was chewed up and eaten. Just like that, Flick gets into another box. You're talking about he's getting it in here. He's going to find himself something else for lunch. There it is.
I'm telling you right now, man, when you're feeling yourself in Fortnite, when you're vibing, there's nothing that can stop you from pushing into someone's box, absolutely violating their territory and getting 3 elims within the first 2 minutes of a game. Flick starting strong right here, looking great right now with 15 points picked up already. Given the fact that he's in top 50, Flick is feeling great as it currently stands. 10th place, 275 points as it currently stands and counting.
That's going to be the icing on the cake for him. His vibe's got to be at an all-time high. As you see, he's sitting down. He's just absorbing the moment right now. He's realizing, hey, I'm going to be there tomorrow, grand finals, top 100 for DreamHack.
Doing some woosahs, deep breath in,
you know,
deep breath
that's
out.
it. This is the time where you know you qualified, you boot up the stream, right? You just let the people come in and let them pour in.
You better believe it. Go show some love to Flick right now. Show some love for Flick in the chat. My man's just chilling as it currently stands. Hey, you gotta take some time to meditate, to reflect, and enjoy the moment. Flick's doing that right now, apparently. But let's see who else is in this lobby. Of course, Flick's in a great spot. There are some people in this lobby that are undoubtedly more on the fringe. Vitality Nikov is currently in 12th place with 294 points. Vitality showing up very, very strong. Another top EU organization. We saw Virtus Pro earlier with their entire organization. showing up in a big way. So we're excited to see who's more on that fringe part of the roster. Bad Sniper currently in 68th. A couple players we'll have to keep an eye out for.
Yep, here's someone who's just getting his first chance at the main stage here today. It's Milan. It's always nice to be able to canvas the land for the players that are participating in the DreamHack Opens. Like we said, 400,000 people signed up or close to it. You gotta think about how many people took their stab in the open funnel trying to get into the top 500 today. So,
yeah,
still a huge accomplishment for some.
That's so true. You know, and in so many leagues and esports or competitive gaming, you have pro leagues or invitational tournaments and only top teams, top players that we know and we continue to see over and over and over again. But in Fortnite, it's an open competition. Anyone can show up. Anyone can participate. They built inclusivity as a pillar as the tournament system was built. And look at this, actually. Kibo's going to be baiting. A complete bait coming through for Kibo. Let's see if it pays off here. The patience. I'm gonna have to whisper the entire time because that's what you do when you're a commentator in these moments.
All right, so here it is. Kibo, he's got that charge. We know it does a lot of damage.
Yes, it does, Monster.
Way nearby.
They always make some noise. After all of that, no, it's actually flames. Yep, we got the picture-in-picture. Kibo is in the bedroom.
No.
Oh, you gotta be
no way. Boom!
And there
oh my
is.
God!
Connects for 110. Kibo with the patience, with the intelligence, 5 head and 200 IQ play. It's not done yet, though. He has to finish the elim.
Gives him a little knock right there from the high ground here. Now comes in from behind, and there it is, the 135. Kibo with the cheeky play. To think that Kibo there was just sitting, waiting for him to come through the door, but no, instead the dude breaks the floor and lands right on top of him. 3 points.
It's Flame right now in this situation. How angry is he that just happened? Do you think anything was broken in that scenario? I'd be very angry. Well played from Kibo, though.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do, man. 144 points for him. I mean, it's still very much possible. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 3 p.m. Central, which means the queue times are closed now. So no one will be able to queue into another game as of right now. If there are lobbies happening, these are the final ones. These are the last games to unfold before we'll find out who exactly will be in our top 100 and what exactly will be the cutoff point. As last we checked, what was it? 197 or so.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's going to all come down to this last game. It's the last game we're going to see on broadcast. And guess what? We already have some names to look out for. We have Flick. We have Castry, who is a name we haven't followed a lot today because we gave him a lot of love yesterday and, of course, in the pre-show. But he's somebody that is, looking to kind of cement himself and say, I am a top-tier, tier 1 type of player in Europe. And I think if with a solid finish today, if he could show up tomorrow in our EU Grand Finals, I think he definitely puts himself in that stack, in that rankings. He's right there, in my eyes, kind of between the tier 1, tier 2 fringe with some solid FNCS play. Definitely a top 50, top 40 player in EU in my eyes. But Castry is looking to cement his legacy, and he's off to a great start in this lobby as it currently stands as well.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? A lot of these players do have, soundtracks when it comes down to opens and the lead ups to the events, but it's about final day performances. Can you perform on grand finals when the pressure's really on? And it's not an easy feat to stay strong and stay true for several days of competition. That's why players like Lachey, we give so much credit to, because he's been so consistent day in and day out. Here's Reason, the player that we really wanted to see. We know he is in the top of the standings right now. Just take a look. Up and coming player right now. You see the control right there. Breaks into the box. Takes control of the cone. Now with his back against the wall here. Gonna have to fend for himself.
Yep, another German. 2 of the top 3, as mentioned, Jonas and Reason, and both coming from Germany. He has been playing so incredibly well. Reason looking so sharp all tournament. Guess what? He's up against Bad Sniper. This could be dangerous for Bad Sniper. If Reason gets this elimination, Bad Sniper on the fringe, you got to think might not make it. It's going to come down to this fight for Bad Sniper. Reason has a lot less to lose. Bad Sniper has the world.
It's true, and I did have the pleasure of reviewing some of Reason's gameplay. He's a Holly Hedges type lander, so does not play for Mythic POIs, but still has found so much success in these games. I'm really, really curious to see how he's going to do tomorrow. Clearly today he is on fire with his performance so far. Just look at the aggression. Doesn't care if he hasn't done any damage. You want a piece of this, he's going to take it to you, and this is what he's all about right now. Looking for the flicks right here. He's not going to find one. In comes for the box boost, and he's in it to win it. And that player, Bad Sniper's off to run again. The crash pad's not going to save you, not from Reason.
Yeah,
Look
and
here.
Reason at this point is the lion, Bad Sniper is the gazelle, just trying to stay alive in Reason's kingdom. As Reason is going to do it, he eliminates Bad Sniper and might just eliminate him from the game. However, a third party is going to come through. Reason gets taken out as well. So poor Bad Sniper, RIP to him, as it's going to be all for nothing. That a limb on from Reason as he gets taken out right after.
You got to think about it, with 10 matches to play, being so high on the leaderboard, this is going to be a game that we consider a throwaway for him, right? He's looking to just get in, secure as much points as possible, and then get out to re-queue. That's probably what we just saw right there, but you see what he's capable of. Absolutely devastating aggression right there. Pushing through with the harpoon on the boost jumps. Perfectly timed and executed. We'll play to him. That's probably the reason why he played that way. Like I said, he lands Holly Hedges. Doesn't depend on mythic loot, but still such a beast. Here's a little highlight, though, from Mr. Savage down low. Fragging off. We've seen a few of those so far.
Did you know that swimmers use nearly every muscle in their bodies, Monster?
I mean, take a look at this. I mean, this dude's right here.
By the way, listen, I've done a few swims. I've done the butterfly. I've done the freestyle. I've never done the jump out of the water and then dive back in like a dolphin before. That must be very difficult. Every muscle, especially in that swim, must be used.
Yeah, I mean, it's Aquaman season. You better get your skill set on.
It's
summertime.
Can we get a Michael Phelps character in this game?
All right, don't worry. Tomorrow we'll pull up with the swim hats.
Yeah, the goggles. You better believe it. Our opening tomorrow is gonna be swim hats and goggles.
The goggles and the leather tight hat, just like that. The bald cap. The bald cap.
The bald cap, indeed. Don't worry, we'll avoid the Speedos, though. That won't happen. You can't see legs down. You know, I'm wearing a Speedo right now, actually. That's my regular casting attire. Just can't see it.
Keep it breezy. But all right, here's Kivo. Gonna find himself a little knock right there. 2 elims. Well played for him so far in the game here. It's going in his favor.
Yep.
Once again.
2 elims. QTW. Or OTW, sorry. On the way, Kibo. Apparently, I gotta figure out what org that is, if it is one. But Kibo with 2 limbs. Nice pickup. You see Raka behind him with a YouTube channel, apparently. And
another player.
Kibo.
I was gonna say another player I saw in the lobby, Moraine back there, another previous DreamHack champion.
Yep.
He was doing pretty good at the start of the competition, actually. He was yesterday he had a top 10, so yesterday he had a good day. I'm not sure how Moraine's doing today. If any of you guys want to search him up, Moraine Freeze there. He's someone that, I don't know, it's been a while since he's really popped off. We thought he was going to do really good in the FNCS Invitational, and I think he dropped the ball in that one as well. So we'll see if he's just struggling with the current state of the Fortnite world, or he was just unlucky in the previous tournaments, but love to know.
Yep. Yeah, the Dutchman from the Netherlands, Moraine. We'll see where he's at in the current standings, the grand scheme of things. And I don't see him in the top 100, I don't believe, but we'll try and get some insights. Still on board with Kibo. Meanwhile, get a little bit of an overview of Matt Fi with a nice elimination from him as we're currently seeing the replay come through. It looks like he's actually unexpected. And look at that shot. Was that with a hunting rifle, Monster?
That's right. You can see. I'm telling you, man, these snipers, one-hit KOs really put someone down. Solo competition is so unfortunate to see, too. Shout out to the chat filling me in on that one. Looks like Moraine is currently in the top 100.
There you go.
Love to see if we can catch his perspective, right? See if he can actually qualify for DreamHack this time around.
Yeah, battle of the former champions with Mr. Savage and Moraine in both currently well ahead of projection to qualify to tomorrow. By the way, tomorrow we'll be casting and hosting the grand finals of the DreamHack Open featuring Fortnite tomorrow morning. Set your calendars, set your alarms. We're starting bright and early North American time, in the afternoon European time, as we will have our top 100 qualifiers from today to compete for their share of the $250,000 prize pool. You won't want to miss it.
That is right. EU especially is always the most exciting region. Remember, this is going to be a straight-up custom lobby as well. I'm pretty sure we'll have that real-time coverage. Yeah. So today we're on a bit of a buffer, considering that we're trying to keep track of 500 players going all in at once, doing our best to spread the coverage.
And still, despite five different lobbies going on at once, we've had such good production value, such great moments captured on screen. It has been an amazing day of action, one of the most memorable I've seen. I'm excited for tomorrow when we finally have that one lobby, top 100 players, the best of the best. Of course, we got to finish with this game first. We also have our North American East Finals brought to you by Bala and Shio after this, so don't go anywhere yet. We're just getting started.
We're just getting started indeed. A lot of Fortnite action being brought to you guys on behalf of DreamHack production crew. There's a fight that's happening though. Flick, who's very well in the lead, 297 on the point threshold here. Still looking to turn up. Yes, he needs to dance. Absolutely celebrate. And it looks like we just got word that Reason just took in another Dovsky from lobby. Remember, he was sent out of this one. So again, the overlap there is, like I said before, he's managed to queue up, right? You want to get in all your games. If you can time your playthrough perfectly to get all 10 games in, you're winning. Holy smokes, look at how many big pots Flick has managed to gather up here. I think he's got 6 right now. Pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's insane. As it currently stands, about 220 is the threshold for top 100. So we said about 215, 220. It's currently already there, and it's going to only go up. So we might have like a 235, 240 threshold when it's all said and done. We will see. We'll keep you all updated as much as we can. I see Enterprise Mexi in a good spot. And Mexe, Hycris still there. A lot of names we're familiar with. FaZe Mongrel there as well. Gambit's Mawaka still there as well. Benji Fishy is there in 27th place. So we're in a good spot. A lot of the players you expect to be in that top 100 currently performing, showing their consistency in Fortnite Battle Royale.
Uh-oh, yeah, a little shark attack happening over here. Thomas HD was pounced on. The sharks.
Jaws continues, by the way.
I was gonna say, we see some serious, interesting highlights happen with those sharks. Always looking to hop in and play spoiler here. Oh my gosh, there's 2 of them here now.
Oh my goodness.
Here it is.
Yeah. This is like Shark Week live, by the way.
Look, it's Justin on Milad now. It's so funny because
just flopping its way out of there.
I was gonna say, when it hops in, that's who the lobby's gonna focus on. As soon as it jumps in on you, all your builds are breaking no matter what, and then everyone else takes that time to go ahead and fire at you.
The Shark AI, though, is as sharky as it gets. Like, just very sporadic and random. It's like there's a different level of AI used for Shark. They're like, let's just dwindle this down to, 10 IQ for Sharks and 9,000 IQ for Marauders and call it a day.
Sharks do be hard griefing, boys. But all right, here we have Wave Flick looking for another fight. Makes the edit to end the floor control right there. And it's all said and done. And now he finds himself with Caddy's Corners loot. He's got the Shockwave launcher and the Mythic shotgun to back it up now. Here's Amir, though, 30 HP. This is not looking too hot for him. He's going to need a monster shot. No, instead he's going to eat one instead.
Gosh. The way that Shields just played that, got the cover down to just about 1 HP, timed it perfectly, waited perfectly, got the elim. Well played from Shields. Perfect edit comes through as well. 2 elims to his name. Now he's going to be moving to shark-infested waters, working his way through, and he's actually going to get lasered by a few people in the lobby as well. Sharks might be continuing. He's like, I'm out of here. There's sharks to my right. There's everyone shooting at me in the lobby. I'm just going to reset if I can, but it's going to be a dangerous territory. He gets picked out of the sky. That's all she wrote for Shields.
It's Gianza over here who lays down the beams from a distance, and with the burst rifle, it's the perfect weapon to do it. The recent changes making it more accurate on the first shot resets, as well as the zoom down capability. It's got a little bit more on the ADS there, so yeah, GG's and well played.
Meanwhile, we saw Benji in the replay with 2 eliminations. Benji doing Benji things in late game, playing near perfect, putting himself in a great position here to try and secure a top 10 finish if he can.
That is right. Here's another overhead. This is a pretty stacked lobby, actually. You see Tohaj in there, Gianza, Cammy, Thomas, a few players that are actually at the top of the qualifying bracket, right? Moraine as well, who's already qualified. So these are all guys that are very much in the competition right now.
And this man Gianza is absolutely trolling right now with some emotes while everyone is fighting.
As long as he's not doing a Drake dance to like DMCA the whole stream, I think we're chilling.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm chilling.
Don't want to be on live broadcast when the DMCA comes in. Nope.
Gons is keeping it royalty free in Fortnite.
There you go.
As it currently stands, Rock also on screen as well. So we got the picture-in-picture view, but let's take a look at the overall screen. Sakanu in this one, another kind of fringe player that we've seen a little bit of. G2 Esports is Tohaj also on screen. So a couple key players in this lobby to close this one out. This is the last game of the European Finals to see who will make it to the Grand Finals tomorrow. Top 100 will qualify. It's going to all come down to these last 38 players on screen. You better believe it's going to be a crazy finish. I'm so excited as things are about to get absolutely lit in this last game.
That is true. Final moments are getting closer and closer now. Half in, half out, finally revealing itself, going northeast. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, there are a multitude of games happening all at the same time. Queues are now closed. These are the final lobbies that are closing out. We're going to follow this action in full. This is still a relatively stacked lobby. 30+ players remaining. So much on the line for even players like Raka, who can break into top 200. They just need the win. They need the pop-off performance coupled with the Victory Royale. It's very, very much possible. Players like Moraine, who are on the bubble, can't get dropped out of this lobby or they'll be taken out and not making it through to Grand Finals. So we'll see if he can actually clutch up and pull his way to Sunday. Same for Toaj. Look, he's at 174 points. This is a huge game for him.
Exactly right. Can't imagine what's going through the minds, the veins of these players right now. Ice for some, not so much for all, but in Fortnite, compared to any other game, you know, I competed way back when at another Epic Games made title, and it was just so much different. Like, we felt pressure competing at a top level, but this much pressure with 100 players in lobbies or 40 to finish a game, you have to play near perfect. I can't imagine how clutch these players are and the skill that they have to develop in these late game scenarios. It is absolutely insane. The nerves you feel, the anxiety, the pressure, the adrenaline, all pumping at once. It's going to come down to these last few fights for these players. The best will clutch up, and everyone else will be watching tomorrow morning.
And just knowing how old my boy Toaj is, I'm assuming it's just dust rolling through his veins. I'm sure he's going to love that one. But
That's ice.
not ice, not blood, just dust, dude, you know?
Just dust.
The age
Dust
kicking
for
in.
some.
All right, here's Raka coming back into it. We're getting into the thick of it. He's going to be forced to slurpfish up. Okay, so now it's time for serious Fortnite action here. It's zone 6, just moving zones. Things are going to start kicking up. Raka's got a lot to work with here. And no, he's going to fall into a box with a crash pad, and that's going to cause a little bit of a hiccup. And now he gets eaten up with a shotgun shot from a charge. This is Mr. Unknown right here. Don't get the full name, but that's all right. He still has a lot to work with. Full capacity on the resource count there.
Yep, Toaj trying to prove you wrong here. Still alive, sitting low ground warrior as it currently stands. Meanwhile, unfortunate situation for Raka. He got taken out. We do have Toaj in the picture-in-picture. And as we dubbed him, Mr. Unknown as well. We're going to call him X, as currently bruised right in front of Toaj. Toaj in a good position, putting some good damage in. You got some eliminations picked up at the top right of your screen as well. And there you have it. Thomas HD, a few other names. Kibo left in this one to come to break this down. Sakanu still alive as well.
Still popping off here. Toaj so masterfully done on the rotates here, doing good, keeping himself in the game right now. 185 points. Remember, he needs more if he wants to qualify. We are rooting for him over here in the caster's table. Let's see if he can get this done here. Again, he's going to find himself in front of the zone right now. Looking for the box fight, though, as he only has 190 mats. Possibly seeing if he can take advantage of the distraction. Remember, I think that the stone is a factor, and yes, the well-timed execution there. 193 points now. Is it going to be enough, though? He's going to still need more. Top 20 is just nearby. Flick, though, with the shockwave on height. All of a sudden now, he is in control of the lobby here. 200 materials for Flick, so he can hold this one out. He's going to find someone behind. We're getting tagged, though. Bringing our focus back to Toaj here, though. Fallout, 196 points. The crash pads are coming out. He's still in the game. He has plenty of material. He needs another frag here. That's a white tag. You know he's thirsty for it. And no, he's going to give it up. Instead, leaning back in for the placements here. Yes,
there's going to be another one. Toaj picks it up. And ladies and gentlemen in the chat, give Toaj your energy. He needs it. Almost sneaks on another. He gets 2 in the last few minutes here, but he's going to need to pop off even more than that. 210 is his current score. 230 or so is the threshold as it stands. Toaj needs a perfect finish to close this one out and to qualify, and it's all going to come down to this. He's going to find someone across the wall from him, gets the nice edit in, but does not get the elim just yet.
There it is. Can he make this one right here? No, he gets tagged. He's in the zone now. It's all or nothing as he gets traded out. 210. It's going to be a sad finish for someone else who needs to put up a big performance here. Is Thomas HD 213 for himself here. What is he going to be able to do? Like we said, we need perfect finishes if you want to make it through this to Sunday finals. Let's see. The grand finals is on the line here for Thomas. And no, Thomas is going to eat another one. But Moraine is the one who's on fire, who finally does fall before scoring some more points. And I'm not sure who takes this first one right here, but this player is clearly on their way to grands.
That's exactly right. A great finish, a must-win type of finish coming through, but Moraine gets second. Moraine ending the parade for so many, Tohan included. Unfortunate for him, as I'm not sure if he'll qualify through as it currently stands. A crazy finish. We are, of course, working tirelessly to get you the full final standings if we can. We're going to welcome back, however, Kelly to the broadcast to break it all down for us because, wow, what a finish it was.
That was an incredible finish there. And like you said, Fallout, there might still be a few moments until we get the final standings, but we do want to go over it real quick before we get into our post-interview, guys, because we are going to be talking with one of the players there. So let's take a quick look at where the standings are right now. Remember, chat, this could change in the next few minutes while we still calculate all the final tallies. But we look at right there, Reason, so consistent throughout the entire day, ending on top with a 50-point lead compared to the second place person, Link.
Wow.
And then Reja coming in third. We have Snazy in fourth, and then Steelix in fifth.
It's a crazy top 20 right there. You see, and especially with Reason towards the top. I mean, everyone has their kind of moments in Fortnite history. This one right here is just looking like the rise of the German Reason. Like, that's crazy, though. He broke Walt and apart, too, from the competition.
That's exactly right. And quick update from that last match for anyone that was wondering, it was Doko who got 14th place on our standings right there that won it. Refsguard got third, Thomas in fourth right after. So a crazy finish for sure here, Kelly.
Super crazy Fallout. Monster, I know that I'm really excited to break more into the semifinals and what we got to see. But we're going to do that right after this quick break, everyone. So don't go anywhere.
To stand and shine, different style, different vibe. Champion winner like Peps on mic. They should know I'm the next to strike. Told them this ain't a game, it's life. Only my team that I keep to my right. Tunnel vision and I'm seeing the light. Keep flying high when I'm up in the sky like kite. Know that I can't come down. Winning streaks so I can't lose now. Man have to achieve, can't help but believe. But still they wanna put me down, what's that all about? I don't listen to nobody's hype. I'm trying to move forward and make strides. They can all come with the talk, I'ma come with the action. I'm that type of guy. What it takes. I swear you don't need no handouts. Look at my face, you can see this plan's been mapped out. They know how I set pace, run them off, then I see them back out. I can't sit down as part of the normal crowd no more. No, I just came here to stand out. Them man are in the background, talk skills, waste skills, what they lack now. I can tell that they just wanna grasp clout. They ain't got no passion and that shows. Top striker, I just wanna smash goals. This is only beginning at tadpoles. I realize on a different one. Takes, I swear you don't need no handouts. Look at my face, you can see this plan's been mapped out. They know how I set pace, run them off, then I see them back out. I can't sit down as part of the normal crowd no more. No, I just gotta go what it takes. I swear.
Welcome back, everyone, to the DreamHack Open featuring Fortnite. I'm your host, Kelly Link, and joining me, we have Monster D, Face, and Fallout, and we just got to see the ending of the semifinals for Europe. 500 players entered, 100 are going to be making it to the grand finals tomorrow, where they're going to be competing for the $250,000 prize pool. One of those players, actually, we have on the call right now. I believe we have Refsguard coming into the chat, although we'll be pulling him in just a second. So I'm really excited to talk to him. I believe he finished off around 8th place for our semifinals right there. And there we have him. Refsguard, how you feeling right now? Nope, now we have him. Refsguard, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hey, how's it going, man? How you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Yeah, I mean, I could imagine you should feel great with how well you've done. Top 10, if I'm not mistaken, going into the grand finals tomorrow. How do you feel the new map changes affected your gameplay today?
Like, I use swimming a lot since it's like fast and safe, since you can't really get sniped or beamed. So really like utilize, you can swim in the most places of the map. So I just played for late game with that and got like top 50 in all games.
Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting looking at the stats right now that you have the least amount of matches played, but you're still higher than people that were able to play 10 full matches. Why do you think that is?
Like the DreamHack point system have been pretty like placement based, so my strategy in going into this tournament was just like getting late game all games, and so I did. I got a bit griefed by queue time. I was 10 minutes queue last game and 7 minutes queue before that, I think. But it still turned out great, so I'm pretty happy about it.
You also played aggressive too. You got quite a few eliminations. Were there any moments in your games that stand out to you where you W keyed or played a little bit more aggressive? How do you feel like you were playing as an individual in terms of your W key ability and your aggression today?
Actually today I didn't really. I don't think I got any kills before like late game. But I had one game where I got like I rotated from retail and into caddy, and caddy wasn't looted, so I could get like kid shotgun and the shockwave, and I got like 4 kills that game and the top 3.
Oh my goodness!
So that was
That'll do
pretty
the
lucky.
trick.
I was pretty.
That's all.
The luck was with me today.
And your performance, you say it's luck, you're humble, but your performance was there as well.
Yeah.
What was your general strategy? Were you always dropping retail and making that same rotation? What was your general strategy? Where were you dropping? And if you're okay with sharing, I know you got a grand finals tomorrow, but where were you dropping and what was working out so well for you today?
So I landed in doghouse and retail and tried to rotate that side to avoid getting in fights. And then I just rotated late all games. And yeah, it worked out.
Yeah, it definitely worked out for you. Monster, anything else that you want to add before we let Refsguard go and celebrate?
No, I was just more on the congratulations. Honestly, playing out of retail roast, a lot of heavy hitters over there. As you can see, the map is ever changing. So congrats to playing on your heels and really being able to evolve with the Fortnite world.
Thank you, man.
Refs, before I let you go, one last question. Who do you think your biggest competition is going into the grand finals tomorrow?
Probably like, did Benji qualify? I haven't looked at
I think he did.
Yet. Yeah,
yes.
Probably Benji. Have been super great solos lately, so yeah. He's probably gonna get first or something.
Oh, wait, but you're gonna get first, right?
Hopefully, but we'll see.
Refs, thank you so much for joining us here and giving us some insight on that amazing semifinals. Congratulations and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks for letting me join. Have a great one, guys.
All right.
You too. Thank you so much.
Oh, so humble.
And humble. I know. I love it.
Players are so nice.
He's from Denmark, you know, people very, very well-spoken, very humble, great English as well. Big shout out to Refsguard with a great finish from him and a great performance and even better interview to follow. That was great.
Yeah, that was great. But I do believe we have the fully updated standings now. So let's take a quick look at the scoreboard to see if there was any changes in the last few minutes. And it does look like it is still going to be the same, everyone, with Reason in number 1, coming out with 423 points. And then Link following in second, and then Reja following in third.
It's a nice little top 20 right here, guys. I see Tayson up there who's really fragging out too, finishing top 19 down towards the bottom. But honestly, a very strong top 10. No surprise to see players like Mr. Savage in there. Janice coming through, really putting up some names that we are seeing that are new, though. Advise kind of stepping up. Brazier, players that I haven't quite seen too much of. Players like Refsguard, who you kind of hear the fear in him a little bit. He knows that tomorrow's going to be a tough day because his spot's going to be contested, being that it's only top 100. So if Benji quals, then he is going to have to go against them.
That's right. To qualify, I believe it was 244 points. So if you're one of those 400 players that didn't make it, I'm sorry. But maybe you also signed up for North American East, which will be starting in about 30 minutes, chat. I know that we do definitely have a few players that were able to qualify for both semifinals. Leche, what other names were there? I think Reason?
I think in EU, there was about 20 plus EU players that qualified. Double qual. Double qual.
Can you imagine if they double qualify for grand finals?
The crazy part is it's not impossible. It's totally possible.
That's facts. Yeah, it's actually insane to
man.
think about. That's a lot of Fortnite for one weekend, by the way. You're grinding all weekend long, but they love it as players, though. Something tells me we'll see some EU players have some success over in NA, potentially with 500 players left. It's gonna be tough to do. Maybe one or two can swing it. I know there's quite a few that did end up qualifying. We didn't. On the flip side, we didn't see any NA players. I don't think qualify through in Europe. So it's gonna be interesting. Our NA East broadcast, of course, is gonna be a lot of fun.
I think it was just Dijon. Just Dijon was the only one that qualified from
Okay,
NA
looks.
to EU. So.
Good luck.
Well, I actually kind of want to go off of what Refsguard was talking about and the map changes and like how he was able to go over that. Fallout, let's take a quick look at the drawing board right now, just to remind everyone where we are right now. This isn't the updated map. Obviously, we have a newer map today. So let's talk a little bit about the changes that we're going to be seeing going into North American East.
Yep, that's a great call out, Kelly. There's important to note, this is the outdated map. When I say outdated, it's only been 14 hours. We, of course, have a brand new map that came as of this morning that these players are playing on. Pleasant Park, of course, is one area that is affected by the change. No longer on rafts. Pleasant Park is almost entirely, of course, there's some basement areas that are still underwater. Frenzy Farm is another one of those key spots. And generally speaking, in NA East and what we saw in Europe, we did see in this Frenzy finish here a couple of finish opportunities and really, really good fights, clean fights, clean finishes. That's where we saw the battle between the two picture-in-picture fights in the finish that we did see, I think, in game number 3 or 4. So some good positions there on the north side of the map. Meanwhile, on the south side, that's where right now the meta is so south heavy. You have the Authority, you have Fortilla, and then, of course, Caddy Corner, where you're going to see your mythic weapons drop. For that reason, draw a 50-50 line in the middle of the map here. You're seeing a lot of players drop towards this side of the map to fight for some of those mythics, and it's a little bit south-heavy as it currently stands. But, of course, we did have Refsguard at the very end drop Retail Row and found some success there. We still have Salty Springs. We still have Pleasant Park, as we said. So if you're a fan of tried and true familiar Fortnite, you still have an opportunity in the current map to play the way you like to play with some of those more familiar drops.
Yeah, Monster, before we get into the best replay packages that we saw for the EU semifinals, where do you think a lot of the action was? Was there anything surprising about the semifinals that you saw?
I think what was surprising is seeing, like I said, places like Craggy Cliffs come back and the Steamy Stacks being so much of the new, so much of the water just disappear and kind of go down. Now we're seeing those areas start to come back. That means more loot is going to be available for players. So this is going to affect the way trios are going to play out throughout the course of the weeks. It's really going to affect the way solo drop spots are going to work. So great update, great little map change. I don't think anyone's upset that there's more available, and it's going to continue through to the next FNCS and throughout the course of the DreamHacks.
Yeah, in case you guys are just joining us right now and you were unfortunately unable to watch the games that just went on right there, that is the tournament structure. We're going to be talking about that right after we look at some of the replays that we saw, because there was some amazing games going on today. Do you guys have any personal highlights?
Oh,
Yeah,
we
few
saw some good ones. Go ahead, Fall. I'll let you take the floor.
Appreciate it, my man. A few moments, I'll be quick and throw it right back to you. In my eyes, hands down, my favorite game to watch was that picture-in-picture game in Frenzy Farm. That finish was insane. We saw both of them slay out until they finally met in the top 3, fought each other. Both ended up placing top 3. It was a crazy finish in my eyes.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of everything. I was going to bring a little bit of highlight to the dude that was hiding in the building who fell down on the ambush. Some sneaky plays there. Of course, we've seen some phenomenal endgame coverage, like we said. Nas even here was like honestly popping off. We saw a couple great chains. That Toha's train of Elims as well, just nearly pulling himself through the qualification. Just all in all, great highlights.
How could you forget the Benji nade as well? The one tap, one and done. Get yourself 2 mythics to follow. That was huge for Benji. A little bit of luck coming through for him, but well played from Benji in that game as well. Oh my gosh. Talking about another one. Quick scope headshot with the hunting rifle. That has to be one of the highlights. And you got to almost finish it off with the Mr. Savage play. I think that's just a must at this point. DreamHack, Mr. Savage, almost synonymous, as his career has absolutely taken off after he was the champion of DreamHack Anaheim in the Fortnite tournament there.
Yeah, what better way to end it with a Mr. Savage victory royale right there. That was the semifinals for Europe, everyone. 100 players now going to be moving on into the grand finals. But maybe you're just joining us. You don't know how this tournament structure works. Yesterday, we had hundreds of thousands of players between 2 regions compete to be the top 250 of their heat to make it into the semifinals today. We just watched Europe. Now we're going to be moving on to North American East. Right here, it's the same situation, guys. They have 3 hours to complete 10 matches and collect as many points through eliminations and through victories.
That's exactly right. You love the format. You love the opportunity to play in an open tournament, starting with 400,000, dwindling down to the top 500, some of the best 500, at least out of the 200,000 or 300,000 people that played in Europe. And now we got the best 100 players in all of Europe that are going to be competing against one another tomorrow. I am so excited for that. Tomorrow morning, set your alarm clock, set your calendar, and get ready for a great EU finals. Of course, it's going to be after another NA final today.
Yep.
That's right. We have the North American East final starting in about 30 minutes, chat. Do not go anywhere because we're going to be right back after this break.